taught from these kids, and maybe your favorite thing about it?
I love the first bringing in notepads and taking down notes, and I think the excitement of the whole university, starting with the president, and then I want to thank my good friend Mike Triplett, because he's the one who really made this happen. He's alumni of South Carolina State, and a man that has excelled in corporate America, and he's wants everything great for this university, and I want to just thank him and everybody who was responsible. But I would say that just them embracing the knowledge, and how I went from the basketball court to the boardroom, and I look like them. I've gone through the same situations, upbringing like they have, and I think that they understand that hard work and education can pay off for them. So that's what it's all about. And
that final student, we heard her, come up. She said, "What about a partnership with SC State? Help us out." Any chance, we could see you back here. You could be helping out this school.
yeah, I think that the school needs help and need resources, and I think that people should really get involved in historical black colleges, because they all need help. And so we'll see what we can do. I know that they were talking about theaters and retail options, so I think that's a time that we all have to sit down. I've been doing this my whole life, and so I know how to do it, but everybody has to come together, the public sector and the private sector, and see how we can get something done. But I will say my point person would be Mike Triplett, and we'll see what we can do, and we'll take it from there.
Matt, you talked about so much, you kind of stressed, that you came from a similar situation as a lot of students here and a lot of students just in general in college.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you harp on, people see celebrities and notable people when they're successful, but they don't know the journey.
Yeah.
Why was it so important to talk about your journey?
I think it's important because, most young people think that it just happened overnight, and that's not the way it happens. A lot of hard work went into going from Earvin Johnson to Magic Johnson, and then going from Magic Johnson to Mr. Johnson took even more work. And so first it started off on the basketball court, but also getting a good education too at the same time. Then that's why I was so impressed with Luka when he stood up and said, "Hey, I'm a basketball player, but I'm also majoring in business and so on." So it was great to hear that, where he's saying, "Hey, I play ball, but that doesn't define who I am, and I'm gonna have a career after basketball." So I think to tell them, hey, it was a tough journey, and a lot of work went into that journey, but also I believed in myself. I'm a sponge, so I love to learn and get information, and then I apply that in my everyday walk in life. And also, I'm still learning as a CEO. I haven't stopped. Today, I learned a lot, and I love these students. The enthusiasm, it was just awesome. I'm gonna come back if Mike will have me and the president will have me, and the head of the speakers. Where is she at? Yeah, thank you for Dr. Winston. Thank you for putting this together and allowing me to be here as well. Staying on Mike. and I think you got some people who care, who really want to see this university grow. And I think Mike said it best earlier. He said it's been here 100 years and it'll be here another 100 years. So I appreciate that. Yes. Go ahead.
We know that your time was limited with the students that were able to ask questions, but aside from your whole speech and everything, what do you wish that someone asked you, or some advice that you would like to give to our readers about chasing dreams or anything like that?
Man, I think that maybe it's just how did you go about coming up with the dream? See, a lot of times we think that because we live here or we live in South Carolina that we can't go to Hollywood and be successful. We say, "Oh man, I can only be this because my neighborhood is going to define who I am." And that's not true. I mean, Mike Triplett is a big executive at Cigna. I'm doing what I'm doing. We never said, "Hey, we were going to be stuck in our hometown," or we made somebody define who we were going to be. what we said that, hey, I'm gonna dream big, but I'm gonna educate myself, then I'm gonna get a strategy so I can achieve my goals and dreams, right? And I'm still chasing mine, right? And so I'm still a guy who plans things and go after them or dream about doing new things and bigger things, but you gotta put the work in. And so it's all about, can you really make that dream come to fruition? And I'm all about that. And then I think they can see that today. See, they saw the basketball player before I got here, right? Okay, I know him as Magic coming down the court. Now they know me as Mr. Johnson. Now they know me as a businessman, and I'm serious about my craft. And I think they took that away as well. That was a takeaway for them. And that's what who I am. And I'm crazy about my wife, and I'm crazy about my family. And that's what it's all about as well. Yeah, ladies? Got two more? All right. Sir?
Hey, can I ask, as a basketball player,
Mhm.
Final Four?
Final four. It's difficult right now. As long as Michigan State make it, I'm happy.
But what if you can't pick Michigan State?
But I will say that I think Kentucky is the team to beat. You know, and I'm hoping from the women's side that a young lady that coached at the University of South Carolina, that her and the Gamecocks, and then I think that Connecticut, I think that Tennessee. I think it's more clear on the women's side than it is on the men's side. Arizona is tough. Wisconsin is tough. You have some really tough teams. Duke is tough. So it's no real clear cut. I think the only one is Kentucky from the men's side. But Michigan State, my alma mater, is playing great. I'm going to pick my father up tomorrow. Mike and I have another engagement in Memphis tomorrow morning. And then I'm going to go pick my father up, and we're going to go to Syracuse and cheer for the Spartans. And hopefully that they win. And please tell the old ball coach that I said hello.
Your sister's a Gamecock,
Yeah,
right?
my sister played when they went to the Final Four the last time. And people don't know that. My sister, she would have been unbelievable. She blew her knee out, but she came here, University of South Carolina, on a basketball scholarship. And she was like mini Magic. She had the same type of game. She could score, she could assist. And so she is really cheering hard, because if South Carolina makes it to the Final Four, she's going to go and support them.
So you think they're gonna make it to the Final Four?
Oh yeah, I think that I mean, they're very well coached. They got talent. The bench is strong. Every time I see them, the bench almost plays better than the starters sometimes. You know, they got a strong bench, and I think that when you have a strong coach, a strong starting five, and your bench is good, I think they're going to the Final Four. I really pick them to play Connecticut again in the finals, and I hope that happens, because they probably learned from the first game in Connecticut, and now they'll be ready for the second one. All right, one more question, and then I'll take off. Who wants to have the last one?
Who do you have winning the NBA finals?
Oh, good question. Wow, it's difficult. The West is going to be probably one of the best playoffs we've ever seen. Can you believe that Golden State will be one, but they'll end up playing Oklahoma City in the first round? I mean, that's crazy. That's your reward, playing Oklahoma City. And I think that there's power through 1 through 8 in the West. And then in the East, I think it's a little more clear cut. I think Cleveland will come out. If I had to favor somebody, but I really can't, because San Antonio is still a dark horse. Golden State will probably come out, but I don't know. Jump shooting teams coming out of the West is hard. We haven't seen a jump shooting team actually go to the finals, so it might be the first time. Again, let me thank all of you. Let me thank the university. I'm happy to be here, you know, and I'm happy that Mike Tripoli invited me, and all the great people, the president, everybody. It's been wonderful. They keep trying to feed me. I keep trying to tell them that I'm on a diet, but they keep trying to feed me. And I got to stay slim and trim, you know, to keep up the pace that I'm on. But God bless everybody. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Let me shake everybody's hand. It's a pleasure meeting you. Do you need a picture?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do this. Let's do it quick. Set it up quick and get somebody to take each other's real fast. Okay, here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Come on.
Got it?
All right, cool.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey.
Take care.
Yeah.
Absolutely.